Bom dia, tudo bem? Dia for me in this case. So let's go to another how to pronounce for you to understand how to pronounce better our classes before we start the classes. So just 1 minute. Let me put that on the screen. So look at that, aula 12, o chefe mais chatão de todos. And there's a demanding boss yelling to this employee. In this case, chatão is something that we have here called aumentativo. Uh, we have that, like Spanish do, to say that something is bigger or even smaller than the other things. So we have that, and this is really good. So just warm up, bora aquecer. Qual é sua profissão? And you can say, minha profissão é, or you can say, eu sou, and say, what do you do? Você é medroso ou você é medrosa? Quando foi a última vez que você ficou doente? In this case, you can say, a última vez que fiquei doente é, or you can say, foi em, não. Foi no Natal, whatever, something like that, okay? Você foi ao médico? In this case, the last time that you've been sick. And you can say, eu fui ao médico, ou eu não fui ao médico, something like that. Oh, I'm giving you the answer. No, this is not right. Qual é a primeira coisa que você faz quando acorda? Qual é a primeira coisa que você faz quando acorda? You can say, a primeira coisa que eu faço é você faz as unhas no salão? And you can say eu faço ou eu não faço in this case. And always try to answer the full answer. Você já fez trabalho voluntário? It's good for you to remember what is that. Você já fez trabalho voluntário? Remember about this já. What means that? Você gosta de fazer novos amigos? You can remember how to say if you like or don't. This is good to practice the memory too. Que prato você mais gosta de cozinhar? It's good for you to translate what is that prato. And remember how to say gosta for the first person, for I. O que você prefere vestir em uma festa de casamento? Always remember the way to respond I, to answer I. Quando você vai vir para o Brasil? So remember where is quando. It's very good to know that. And you can say the truth, or you can make a fantasy about it just to make a good answer. Onde você vai nas próximas férias? Remember about the sound. Próximas, okay? It's like a shot. Próximas. Quando você foi para a praia? Oh, there's past now. Onde você vai, the future. Quando você foi para a praia. There's something that is interesting about that. You can say, in a formal way, quando você foi na praia. You can say that. Para a praia is the most correct way, but there's no more correct than that. Na praia. Onde você coloca a chave da sua casa? So, think is if you hang that in the wall or if you put above some kind of marble or something, you can choose where you put down, the kitchen table, whatever. Okay. Another. Você trabalhou quantas horas ontem? Now there's something about Brazil. We are used to work 44 hours a week. Not me. I work a little more, but people that work registered work 44 hours a week. So in this case, we work most of the cases like 8 hours. So it's good always for you to know about that and say how many hours did you work. Você já pesquisou sobre o Brasil na internet? I think so. So how do you answer that? Você estudou muito semana passada? There's a lot of good things that you already know how to pronounce. So this is você dormiu cedo ontem? How do you say dormiu for I went to bed early. Quando foi a última vez que saiu para passear com sua família? Remember that some people say vez and some people say vez. Um, of course, the right way to pronounce is vez, but since they are everyone is saying vez, we cannot say that is wrong anymore. And passear is the right way to pronounce, but mostly all people say passear. Okay. Quem receberia suas encomendas se você viajasse? So if you have um, to travel right now for some different reason, but you have to receive some package. So is there someone? Qual parte do seu corpo você gosta mais? This is the part like the hair, the legs, I don't know, the nose maybe. Some more numbers. 200, 201, 300, 345, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. So look at that. Every hundreds we have this entos that is connected to the word centos. That is, of course, is derived from the word cem, that is 100. Okay, so is we call here centena, that is 100. And then we have some of that are preserved in the Latin way, like quinhentos. Is that the word is from quinto, that is from the Latin. But the rest is like just put them the numbers like dois, dos, três, trezentos, but it changes only the S for a Z. Quatro is the same way, and seis is the same way, sete is the same way, oito is the same way, and nove is the same way. Just putting this word sempre, so it's not so hard to remember. And then we have mil. Remember that we don't say mil, we should, but we don't say that. And then we have mil is cem. And then we start, of course, uh, ever again. But look at that, 1101. So it depends. Like if we put like 1445, what number is this? So if you have a difference like 1001, 1002, 1003 until 1099 or 1100, 1200 or 1300, something like that. But if you have some other number like 1670, you don't put this E, like 1600, 1660, mil e 600 or 1660, okay? It's good for you to understand a little about that. Of course, we will not fulfill a check or something like that here, but it's only in that case that you say that. And remember that we don't have a way to say the years, like 1995, 1995. We have to say all the numbers. But at least they are shorter than in English. So I think that is better. And of course, after you know how to pronounce it better, it's fast. Like 1995. Oh, it's gone. So this it will be your turn. So these will be the numbers that you have to pronounce. You have that on your PDF. And then, of course, we can practice these numbers about these questions. Like, quantas vezes você escova seus dentes por dia? Eu escovo meus dentes 3 vezes por dia. Look at that. 3 times a day is the way that we say here. But look at that. Quantas vezes por semana você tem dia de folga? Por semana, por dia. So like a day, a week, we have that. eu tenho um dia de folga 2 vezes por semana. So, 2 vezes, 3 vezes. So we don't have a different word like twice a week. We can say duas. So it's the same. 2 vezes, 3 vezes, 4 vezes, and isn't that how it goes? Quantas vezes por mês você pede comida pelo iFood? Remember that here we say iFood. Don't judge us, please. Nós pedimos comida pelo iFood 4 vezes por mês. Uh, there are some people that ask that more, of course, or less. My mother never used that, so I have people that never use this platform, but we have people that ask something like every day. Quantas vezes por ano você viaja com sua família? And that, nós viajamos 2 vezes por ano. So, this there's just one thing that I like for you to know, that is, of course, in this case, nós viajamos 2 vezes por ano. This is a plural, vezes. 2 vezes, 3 vezes, 4 vezes, 10 vezes, 500 vezes, whatever. But when you say just one, it's uma vez, without this es at the end. Just that, vez, uma vez, uma vez. And it's always like that. You don't say vez, you say uma vez. Okay? This is very important. So me conte, quantas vezes por ano você viaja? Uma vez, 2 vezes, 3 vezes, 4 vezes? And you choose. Quantas vezes por ano você vê sua família? The same. But remember, if you want to say that you don't see your family or something like that, you can say nenhuma vez. Nenhuma is a word. Nenhuma. Nenhuma. It's Nenhuma. Nenhuma. Quantas vezes por mês você vai ao mercado? Here we go to the supermarket to make just one huge shopping. And then we just go to the supermarket to buy little things that is missing, something like that. Quantas vezes por dia você bebe copo de água? I have a bottle, but you can answer. If you drink in a glass, you can answer. Eu bebo copo de água 4 vezes por dia, or you can say eu bebo. Let me try to say that in English. Instead, I give you the answer. If you drink one glass of water, then you drink one bottle of water during the day, you can answer that. Quantas vezes por dia você acessa a internet? So go on the internet. We have a lot of ways to say that. And this is just one. We'll talk a little about that after. Quantas vezes por semana você se exercita? So that is different. That is different. We can say in English, I exercise, just that. And in Portuguese, no, you have to se exercitar. This se that you put in the beginning is like to exercise yourself. Make your exercise for your own body, something like that. Is that the meaning? So you always have to add this C when you are saying that you exercise or making some exercise for improvements of your body or something like that, okay? Quantas vezes por semana você fala ao telefone? Remember, nenhuma, you can say that, okay? So if you don't answer the phone or if you don't speak using the phone, you can say nenhuma vez. O chefe mais chatão de todos. Here we have a dialogue, so I'll read that in the way that it should be, and then I will pass to the words slowly after that, okay? Paula, você acredita que o Jorge está mandando eu fazer hora extra? Que absurdo, ele não pode fazer isso. Ele sempre foi chatão. Semana passada eu estava gripadona e ele me fez ir trabalhar. Que doidão, isso é um perigo para a equipe toda. E você fez o quê? Fui ao médico e ele me deu um atestado para ficar em casa 2 dias. Fiquei bem quietinha debaixo das cobertas. Isso aí, amiga. Ele é bem grandão e tem a voz grossona. Todo mundo tem um medão enorme dele, mas eu não tenho nenhum medinho dele. Just that. Just that. Just to present you the important parts and I will say after that. Você acredita is not so difficult. Jorge, you don't say George, you say George, George. Remember about the J sound here. We have Ja, J, J, Joju. Only for the J sound, if you use the letter T, we have Ga, G, G, Bo, Bu. So to this name, George, here we have to use that directly, George. Uh, que absurdo, absurdo, We put a little about this E sound. We don't say absurd, absurd, something like that. So we give that. It's not the right way, of course, again. Ele não pode fazer isso. Ele sempre foi chatão. So there's not ch sound. It's just chat. Uh, Semana passada estava gripadona there's a semi-nasal sound on dona, e ele me fez ir trabalhar, que doidão. Remember about the sound, it's very important because we have that a lot, this sound, doidão, dão. It's not ow, it's e, Isso é um perigo para a equipe toda. Você fez o quê? Remember that we can say. O que você fez o quê? Fui ao médico. Fui no médico, fui ao médico. We can say in different words about that. If you try to translate that on Google, they will say fui ao médico instead fui no médico. But it's not the right way that we spoke like every day. Ele me deu atestado. Atestado. Para ficar em casa 2 dias, eu fiquei bem quietinha. So, quietinha, we say that. Quietinha. And it's quietinha. So, like this E, this vowel E, had this accent. There's not, of course, but it's because of the other letters that is expressing this sound. Like, quietinha, quietinha. And this inha sound is always the hardest part. Nha, nha, nha. I always say that you have to remember about lasagna and, of course, the sound of the door when it is open. Like, nha, something like that. Quietinha, debaixo das cobertas. Isso aí, amiga, something like that's it. Ele é bem grandão, e tem a voz grossona. Grossona. We can say voz grossa and grossona. So the sound of the O changes for O. Grossona. E todo mundo tem um medão enorme dele. Mas eu não tenho nenhum medinho dele. So we have here aumentativos e diminutivos for the words bonito, bonita, bravo, brava, casa, esperto, esperta, inteligente. Remember that bravo, brava, there's no connection with bravo when someone sings oh, very good, some song, or with the adjective brave. It's like angry, okay? And we can say bonitinho. Remember about this nho sound and bonitinha, bonitinha, chi chi chi. We have that. We could say bonitinha, yes, but it's weird. And just some people, um, few people say that. Bravinho is very good to say to your kids. Or bravinha to the girlfriend maybe. Casinha, espertinho, espertinha. E inteligentinho or inteligentinha. Because intelligent we can use for a girl or a boy, whatever. But if you want to say that a boy is the boy is short but is smart, you can say inteligentinho. And the same for the girl, inteligentinha. Remember that this adjective, we don't say that the boy is a little intelligent. I say the boy is little and intelligent. And bonitinho and bonitinha. There's something that is interesting about it because when you say aquele rapaz é bonitinho, some people used to imagine that you don't say that it's really cute or beautiful. You're saying that it's just well dressed, and you're saying that because you have some kind of pity of this boy, so something like that. So it's not good to say that, okay? Bonitinho or bonitinha, but I will explain that in the class. Bonitinhos, bonitinhas is for the plural, okay? Bravinhos or bravinhas. Casinhas, espertinhos, espertinhas, inteligentinhos, inteligentinhas. Oh, it doesn't change a thing. Just put the S. But why did I put that? Because we have difference in the plural. But in the aumentative, that is, uh, for, for saying that is more. So we can say that, bonitão. Remember, it's not that a taller guy. You can say that is very handsome. Bonitão, very handsome, something like that. Bonitão, bonitona is a girl that is very handsome, very pretty. Bravão, someone that is really angry. Bravona, a girl that is really mad with this boyfriend, maybe. Casona is a huge house, but it's not a mansion. It's just a house that is big. Espertão, espertona, inteligentão, inteligentona. A girl that is so intelligent. And the plural, look at that. When you say bonitinho, and you say that there are two of them, bonitinhos. But when you say bonitão, and there are two of them, you can say bonitões. We have to change that. And bonitonas. It's the same. We don't change that. Bravões or bravonas. And, like you imagine, casonas and espertões. And then espertonas. And then inteligentões and inteligentonas. Remember about the sound. Ões, ões. It's very important. So every becomes to ões in the plural. Like tubarão, it means shark. And you say tubarões. So we will see that a lot. Just a few words, we will change that. Like pão, we say pães in the plural. So just a few, and that is a few. We will say that. We will see that when we need it, because if you try to create a rule about that, there's no rule about that. So you will make a mistake about that, because there are some of those words that has no explanation, but mostly of that, when you see oh, you will turn into points, mostly in this case. Let me see what else. Yes, a lot of them. Let me see some that changes. I know there's some that maybe change for ohms, but I don't remember right now. But I will see something like that. I'll say something like that in class later. But there are some that, just some that will have a change. So I really want that you search for these two websites, because there are more of that in this website. So you can copy and paste the link on your web browser, uh, or ask me to send the link for you to look at that. There's some others examples. Of course, they're not every example, because we have that for every word, like Danilo, Danilão, parede, paredona. So we have that for every word here. Every word we can say that is big with that. Or like Let me see what do I have. I can say that caderno, that is notebook, caderninho or cadernão. So we have that for every word, for every word. So of course we will never see a list of all of those, but we will get to that little, just a little, because we don't say that very often, but we use that every day. Dica simples. Estou meio ocupado. Ela está meio confusa. Ele vestiu meia e depois o tênis. So what means tennis? Tennis in this case is like the sneakers, né? Is the way that we say sneakers. And meia is socks. So we don't say ela está meia confusa just because it's a girl. We say ela está meio confusa. So because you're giving some adjective to the girl. We only say meia when is connected to the next part, like is the socks, when it's connected to a proportion about dividing the person or the object, like a half, that is meia, or like if I say ela está meia confusa, it's something like we cut the girl and say the right part is confused and the left part is not confused. It's something like that because meia is about the division of the word, like a laranja, that is it means oranges. If you cut it in half, you say meia laranja, meia laranja. Uh, So we only use that word meia for those two cases. Like when you are dividing, like cutting the in two parts, and you say meia is for you and meia is for you. Or when you say about the socks. When we say about the adjectives, when you say about uh, qualities or something like that, you can say always meio. Ela está meio brava. Not meia brava. Ela está meio cansada. Meio cansada. Ela está meio sonolenta. It's always that. Ela está meio atrasada. Whatever. Everything that you can say that is an adjective is always meio. Okay. And is that for all of the words that you can put before that, like muito. Nós gostamos muito de festa. Isso é muito importante. Isso é muito importante. E eles compraram muita carne para o churrasco. So look at that. Carne, we can say muita. So it's particularly the same as some kind of object. You can put this muita instead muito. Like the very word like festa. We can say nós gostamos de muita festa. So we like lots of parties. Instead, I like a lot of party. You know, so I can say eles compraram muita cerveja. I can say eles bebem muita caipirinha or coisa. We can put the word coisa that is think like muita. So if you can put as an object, and this object is female verb, you can use that as muita. If it's a male, of course, you say muito. But if you are talking about the adjective, is the same, importante. And connect, of course, with the verb gostar is when you see that a lot. And the same is, oh, there's not underline of that. I will fix that later. Esse assunto é pouco confuso. So like that. Esse assunto é pouco confuso. So I'm giving another adjective. So it's pouco. Ela tem pouca paciência. So this is something about quantity. If you can quantify something, you can say that it could be like male or male. So if you can count, you can say that. If you can't count, like confusion, you can say, I am one confusing. I am 10 confusing. No, there's no way to count that confusing. You can say that. And like patient, you can say something like that, like to have just a few or more. Let me see how I can put that in quantity. Uh, it's hard to explain that in English because you have different ways to count. Very different ways. We can in Portuguese we can say that eu como uma carne, like I eat one meat. Eu bebo leite, something like that. We can say something like that. So it's very different to express that. So, but patience is something that, of course, we cannot say one, two, three patients, but we can say. That in different measures, like uh, in half, eu perdi metade da minha paciência. I lose half of my patience. So we can say that. So there's some way to count that. So to answer and to search and answer. So we can use, of course, these two web links. And after I'll say a little about that in class because it's very important. So we use some words for that, and of course every subject that we have, we always see that, so eventually we will remember about that. So to search and answer, search about that, just put an answer in there. O melhor amigo é o, and you can use an adjective with aumentativo ou diminutivo, just that. Amigo do seu filho é, and imagine that you have a little kid. Just try to use diminutivo or aumentativo. Imagine that you have a little kid. O copo pequeno é o pedra para jogar na janela sem quebrar. So, what kind of rock is it? Is it a huge rock or a tiny little rock that you can throw at the window without breaking? Uh, pedra para quebrar o vidro. So, in the opposite, you throw a little rock to the glass and expect that it breaks, so you throw a huge rock. Uh, Gatos muito pequenos and mulher muito chata. So answer that, and then we can practice that in the class. Livro muito longo, so it's a very extensive book. Uma boca muito grande, muito grande. How is boca when it's big? Meninos muito pequenos. Is plural. It's important. Facas de cortar bolo de aniversário. Is huge. Cortar bolo de aniversário, like I said, is to cut in plate, not to cut the full cake. Okay. Uh, uma voz muito suave. Like a sweet voice. How can you say that? Várias senhorinhas velhas. So you have to change that word velhas, okay? And um nariz muito grande. This is very important for you to search. If you don't know how to do that, is because you didn't search about it. I don't know. This word is really, my nose is like really accent about that. So is that for today? So of course, this is not a class. This is just how to pronounce class. And the real class I will give you during the day and during the hours. It doesn't matter how much hours does it take for you to get about everything. Okay. So that's it. If you have any questions, just you have my number.